What's going on, YouTube? I'm trying to do it like I do my intro, you know? Like, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, even though it's live, right? So I'm here just answering some questions before I head out to the gym, trying to help you guys get jobs. Also taking video ideas. So I was going to release a video today, but it's a sponsored video, so they have to review it. So I'll probably release it tomorrow. Ramus, what's up, dude? How's it going, fam? How's the quality, by the way? Look at a little potato on my end. Oh, it looks okay. Never mind. How's it going, man? Bernard, dude, welcome aboard. How's your evening? It's going good. Sounds good. Hey from Los Angeles. Dude, what's up? Honest graduate. Quality's good? Cool. So if you guys got video ideas, let me know. I gotta make a video tonight, so I was gonna go to the gym, see if I could think of some good topics. Anything you want to see that I haven't made that wouldn't take me 6 hours to edit. How to land a job in, okay, 6 hours. I don't know Django, so. Hey from Toronto. John, what's up, dude? It's like 9:42 for you right now. Hi from Ecuador. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Anthony, what's up, dude? How's it going, my man? I'll just paste this to Discord real quick. I just got done taking a break. I was just playing some Overwatch for like an hour. Sometimes you just gotta chill. And I wasn't gonna live stream, I was just gonna go to the gym. I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can do something productive today. We're so close to 40K. I'm like, nah, 850, 843 away from 40K before the new year. Is it doable? I don't know. Any videos around React and working APIs would be legit Google. Yeah, it's gonna take me too long to set up because I don't even have any. I don't have an app built. You guys want the technical stuff, which is not. I mean, I can do it, but it's just not my thing. How you guys like this new lighting setup? I know I asked that in the last video, but I got what's known as this little triangle right here. This little, right here. That's a Rembrandt triangle. It's supposed to be professional or something. I don't know. Video, you coding and explaining it, and gaming. Easy, dude. Easy. Networking for introverts. I made a video for that. It's called, yeah, it's actually, that I actually have a video titled that. The gym is productive too, don't sell yourself. The gym is just like part of routine. Let me flip-flop this music up a little bit. This is weird. Alright, there we go. Nice lighting is calming. Yeah, I got the backlight. I got the key light. What was this? Built a project using React to fetch data from multiple APIs and implementing your own autofill and then menu button. A quick look. Depends what a quick look is. You can link it. We'll check it out. Ryan, dude, what's up? How's your evening? Ash, I saw your comment. You're like, why did I ask this with a frowny face? I read all the comments. I don't always respond to all the comments. Some of the comments are hilarious. Like yesterday, I was like, I gotta get to those big boys, and then people were like, have you tried humor? And I'm like, okay. Clearly I'm... Alright, they don't get it. IT or CS? You want to be a dev? Don't do IT if you want to be a dev. Arduino is C++ stuff. Let's look at this app. Pokemon name. It looks pretty chill. I'm getting this not secure HTTPS thing. You should probably fix that. Frustrated with Django's REST framework. I haven't messed with Django before. Or Flask, really. How is it to be a mechanical engineer? It's not what you would think. What do you think it's like? And then I'll tell you what it's not. Yeah, it looks good. I searched for Pikachu. Looks pretty good. Nice little background. I'd maybe animate it or something. It looks pretty good. Just a little API fetch request you're doing there. Someone wants to teach code on the side. Would you recommend YouTube tutorials or something else to start with? To teach code on the side and get paid for it? Because if you do it with YouTube on the side starting, you're probably not going to get paid for it. I would probably... You can't teach code to anyone without having a brand, right? So you can make tutorials and stuff and hope that you have good thumbnails and that you have good titles and that somehow you can drive traffic to that thing, but you're not gonna get it without, like, you're not gonna get traffic. You have to have a brand. You gotta drive traffic. Using TypeScript or just JS? I don't know TypeScript, never used it. I just do regular JS. How did you learn to code? I don't actually know how to code. You wanted to switch to something else to develop an API? Suggestions for something that's fairly quick? I don't know how to build an API. I've never done that. I had a code test that was, please build an API. I didn't know what to do. John, what's up, dude? Who else did I miss? Maybe you can do a video of a mock interviewer with a viewer. Nah, that takes time to set up and someone has to volunteer to do it. I ask that sometimes in Discord. I'm like, hey, anybody want to do a video? We're going to do like a fake interview or look at your projects or something. Nobody wants to step up. This is new. It shouldn't be. It's pretty regular. Who did I miss? I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. What are you guys up to? How's your guys' evenings? It's hump day, right? So halfway through the week, got 2 days left. Well, I don't know. Thursday's like really the only day. Nobody gets any work done on Friday. No morning streams. I've been prioritizing my morning to get a whole lot done rather than stream. Streaming is great. I like streaming, but streaming in the morning just doesn't. I'm most productive in the morning, and so if I take 2 hours of that to just answer questions and stuff, I'm missing out on the 2 hours of like editing videos when I'm most creative. How was my day? Ryan, thanks for asking, man. Dude, my day was busy. I edited a video with Michael, talked about his Code Boot Camp experience in Canada and like his experience with Lighthouse and all that stuff. And then we talked about his struggles, and I'll post that video whenever I can, but they have to review it and then I can post it. Craig, dude, what's up? What's your schedule for streaming? I don't have a strict schedule for streaming. I have so much stuff going on all the time. Try to stream once a day. It's at night, in the morning. Is it good to master Python or know lots of languages but be mediocre? You can know lots of languages and not be mediocre. What are you doing these days? The same thing that I've been doing before, right? Teaching code, making YouTube videos, trying to up the quality on everything, read more books, work out more, have a better diet, same stuff. Have you ever considered Android Studio? Nah, I'm not super interested in native mobile stuff. Is Java better than Python? No. You gonna start your portfolio? Maybe you'll send it to me and I'll review it? Yeah, sure. Do you use Codecademy? No. I mean, I haven't in a while. I was thinking about making a list of free resources for JavaScript for a video, because that wouldn't take too long to do, and I know a whole bunch off the top of my head. But there's so many, so everyone's gonna be like, you forgot this one, how could you forget? Jacob, yo, what's up? How you doing, man? Jake Paul. What up, Jake Paul? All my Jake Paulers in the chat. Any merch coming out soon? There's a whole bunch of merch below the stuff, below the video. It's on the little shelf. But I have to design it. I have to design the merch, but I don't really have any themes. I was thinking about maybe getting my dog like cartooned, put him on a shirt. Do I parlay le France? No. Le Francois? No, I don't speak French, but I know what that says. What about learning cloud, such as Amazon Web Services or Microsoft? I don't know, just learn code. Figure that out on the job. I wouldn't spend your time doing it. If you want to do DevOps, do that maybe. If you quit coding, should you try barber school? Absolutely. Fiverr dudes do that for like 10 bucks. Yeah, I mean, I could hand it off to them, but that's not... If I were to just give a design off to Fiverr and be like, alright, here's a merch design, everybody buy it, like, it doesn't feel authentic at all. Even if it made money, it's not for me, it's not authentic. It's why I won't let anyone edit my videos, because it's not for me, it's not my personality. That's how my personality comes through in editing. Parlay Espanola? Yes, I do, Craig. Absolutely. Yeah. So, no merch available when you click the link your last stream? I don't know, it should be there. I don't know why it does this. YouTube controls those links. I don't control those links. Do you think video editing for YouTubers is a good career path? You mean for other YouTubers? I wouldn't do it. I mean, video editing in general is something that is very... I know I always say the word subjective, but video editing is very subjective and personality shines through in editing. So, it's good, but if no one likes how you edit, I don't know. Edit for yourself first. You want to get a job, kid brave? What'd I see? Advice for landing a junior dev job? Alright, Brittany, this is your advice. Take out the junior in that sentence. Advice for landing a dev job. Alright, here you go. Now we're talking. Apply to everything. Regardless of experience. Just confirmed. It says, uh-oh, we couldn't find the page you're looking for. Alright, go down into the description where it says merch available. I fixed that. Mr. Smith. What kind of question? Why don't you like mechanical engineering? Because you don't get paid enough. There's no flexibility. There's no flexibility. You don't get paid enough. Did I mention it's boring? That's, you know. Best tips for someone about to enter into the Lambda program? Nick, does it start next month? Is that when you're starting? Too creative to be an engineer? It's not like that. I'm too bullheaded. I want to do what I want to do. I can't focus on what a company wants me to do because I have my own ideas all the time. I always want to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and if I want to work on something, then that's what I do. And so having the ability to structure my day like that, I don't know. When you work for an employer, right? You're building their dreams. You're just a tool. They're gonna sell the company eventually, or it gets acquired. They walk away with $3 million. Everyone else gets fired. And you built that tool, but they profit from it. And I'm not a huge fan of that ideology. That's the link you click, the one that you have below the vid. Alright, so Ryan, go to a different vid and look below, and then click on one of those like t-shirts or something. Tell me if that works. Sturban, you like the videos. You want to do coffee one day? Alright, where do you live? What if you get stock options too? Yeah, stock options are usually involved in time, but still, you get stock options, but it's nothing compared to what the owners have. Everyone go subscribe to PewDiePie, I guess, alright? I don't know, he's gonna lose to T-Series, it won't matter. What would you do if your YouTube channel got shut down? Well, it wouldn't matter because I'm on different platforms and I know how to build a brand, and you can't take the brand away from me. The platform, YouTube, is just a way to spread the brand. It just happens to be the main platform. But I don't always put my eggs in one basket. I know that I can provide for myself. I know that I can create value for myself enough to where I don't have to go work for someone else. So if they took it away, I would just rebuild it. They all say the same thing? Alright, look. Hold on, I got you. storefronts. What else did I miss? Stock, yeah, but back to that question. For stock options, I still wouldn't take a job for someone else just because I need full creative, I was gonna say creativity freedom, but mainly I'm just too bullheaded. Like, I wanna be the person creating the jobs and owning the ladder, not climbing the ladder and working the jobs and competing for the jobs and then being told, you have to be here 100 hours a week, you get paid $120,000, and you need to be grateful for that opportunity or we're going to discipline you and basically fire you and take away your mortgage and all your living and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. No thanks. Pass on that. $39K getting closer to 40. We'll get there. Hopefully we'll get there before the end of the year. My goal was 100K. That's definitely going to happen. Alan Martinez, dude, what's up? Duran, what's up, dude? The lights in the back. Thanks, man. I have a different lens, so it's not as like blurry and stuff. Dude, Chris, what's up, dude? Have you dabbled with R? Nah. Do I still do one on? Oh yeah, I got your email. I do it, but I'm just like, I'm very cautious. If you want to know how much it costs, affiliatepreneur, by the way, it's $500 a month. I'm just very cautious to sell my time, so if people are serious about it, I'll engage, but normally they're like, what? It was like 50 bucks a month. No. What's, like gin and marbles? How to find a job when you're a junior front-end developer, you're looking for a job, but everyone wants a middle developer. Everyone says they want a middle developer or a mid-level developer. Just apply. No one needs to know your title. You could be the president of the United States on your resume. It doesn't matter. Title's just a title. Dude, 5:30. What's up, dude? I think that you're like either on the same time zone as me or like, I don't know. Did I retire the donate for push-ups? Well, I'm about to go to the gym after this, so I don't feel like doing push-ups. What are your upcoming goals for 2019? 2019, I need to up my game on everything. I'd like to go visit my friends. I'd like to go visit the people here at in Discord, like Chris. I'm gonna go visit Chris. I want to go visit Craig, or Craig can come here whenever he decides to. I want to go visit the people in the Discord, the people that have helped make this channel. Everyone that I've like interviewed on this channel as a video, I'd like to go do an in-person video. That'd be cool. How long did it take you to master React? I'm not a master at React. Mindless perfection. Check out the Saltville. Yeah, dude, if you want. Martin, big fan of the value. Hey, thanks. How much testing and extra stuff for take-home coding challenges? It depends on how long you have. If there's a time limit or if there's like a day limit, give this back in 5 days. Add whatever you can. If it's a front-end job, maybe focus on styling. If it's like an engineer job, focus on like React coding or something. Maybe add some tests. How to get better at CSS? Cindy, I would recommend go to CSS Grid Garden. That's a good place. Mainly what I would do is just go to Templated, Google Templated, and then download one of those templates and play with the CSS in there and see how it's going. What type of React projects you need to show in your portfolio? Diallo, I made a video about that. It's 4 websites where you can find React projects, but there's no specific type of project that you need to show. Do I plan on making fitness workout videos? If people want to see them. I'm not all juiced up, right? So like, I'm not like an Instagram model. So I just look like an average dude that's like fit. iOS or web dev? Web dev, because web dev has progressive web apps and React Native. Been watching me since 13K, dude. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you, man. Got some OGs in here. Chris been in here forever. I'd like to make I like to make like vlog-ish videos just to share my day, because the thing is, like, I do the same thing a lot of the days, and so making that a creative challenge could be good. Like, that's what Casey Neistat did. I'm sure his stuff doesn't change from day to day, but he's already rich, right? He gets flown places and paid money, so like he has exciting days to film and talk about. Whereas like me, I'm just on the grind doing the same thing, trying to grow, until someone's like, hey Josh, we want you to become part of this thing, we're gonna fly you out, and then I would, you know, film that. But like, I don't know. You don't look like an average dude. Yeah, maybe. Do you know if you can run Python or PHP in the regular Google Cloud? I have no idea. I've never tried. Angular or React? React. Finishing up with a diploma, 1-year experience, but it's so competitive. It's going to be competitive wherever you go. Don't use that location as an excuse. It's competitive. Competition is good. There is no participation trophy in life. It's not like high school or middle school where they're just like, good job for being on the team, here's a trophy. No, competition is good. Embrace it. Don't get mad at it. Don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. All right, let me turn down that motivational dial a little bit. Start getting too hype here. I look like an action movie actor. Yeah, I'd like to get like a... one of the dudes that goes to the gym that recognized me on YouTube, he was like, bro, I train with this Navy SEAL. You should go train with this Navy SEAL. So I was thinking about hitting up this Navy SEAL that trains people. It's like $40 an hour or something. I do like maybe 1 or 2 a week, and then like maybe vlog that. You know, getting my ass kicked by a Navy SEAL. I think that'd be a fun workout video. Modev, there's a link in the description for Discord. What's my opinion on Node.js versus Mongo? MongoDB and Node.js are not necessarily the same thing. It's kind of like apples and chocolate milk. Gem dude, what's up? I saw your daily thoughts, number 3. Win or grow, that's the truth. Ramon, that's the thing, dude. Ramon, I was thinking about making an Alexa voice thing, like an Alexa voice app where someone, if they have an Alexa, they could be like, hey Alexa, what's Josh's tip on how to get a dev job, or what site would Josh use, right? And then suddenly my voice is in millions of homes everywhere. It's kind of creepy, but like, probably the future. Like, hands off, you can just talk to your car, talks back. That's what Gary Vee recommends, at least. I looked up how to make an Alexa skill. It's called the Josh Fluke program. I don't know what I call it, but... It's hard to get a job in backend. Define harder. Question. Michael says question. That is a question, yes. Any certain projects you're... wait, what? You need to learn? Any certain projects? And you have your typical projects. Every time you build a to-do app, a puppy dies, and then you have basic jQuery applications. You know, to-do apps are really popular. Calculators are really popular. Quotation generators are really popular. You know, basic stuff just to get arrays, objects, loops going. Open source chatbot for web. I don't know of any open source ones. I think you got to pay. You have a background in mechanical engineering. You programmed for a while. I was wondering if you ever thought about machine learning. My degree was in machine automation, which was like robotics and PLC programming. Have you ever heard about Flatiron? Yeah, I've heard about Flatiron. There's some dudes in Discord that go to Flatiron. Would be interesting, but would be interested to see behind the scenes of you growing your brand, managing lifestyle, work, etc. If you want to see it, I think people would get bored with it. I get really hype about business stuff, and managing money and investing and brand growth, digital marketing. A lot of psychology principles are involved. I get really hype about that. Coding in Android Studio does not get me that hype. You want to work with Internet of Things? Any more YouTuber collabs coming? So Joe, basically, he's doing like what, 1 vid a week, 1-2 vids a week now, live stream every now and then. Maybe. I don't know. I thought about pinging some people. If I could just go ahead and pull a Jarvis. Jarvis was at 35,000 subscribers, then he exploded to 100K, now he's at 500K. So if I could just go ahead and rinse repeat that. Oh, Ryan just asked about it. Ever thought about a collab? Oh, of course I've thought about it. I emailed Yomo, whatever. Jarvis, he's at 500K. I don't know if he'd do it. Tech lead, he's a meme. I don't know what we talk about. Any tips on React learning path? What does that mean? Self-taught or bootcamp? It's easy to say that I do self-taught after I've done a bootcamp because I have all the knowledge that I have now. Me personally, I didn't have the drive, I didn't have the want, I didn't have the focus, I didn't have my eyes on a target to be able to do it myself. So that's why I tried to do it myself for a few days, and it was pretty obvious that I was getting frustrated and didn't have anyone to ask, and Stack Overflow wasn't cutting it. So I'd probably do a bootcamp. I'm jealous I didn't get to go to Lambda School, and I'm not saying that because they're paying me to say that. I'm saying that because I'm just mad that when Patrick graduates, he's going to know more about computer concepts, like computer science concepts, than me. Do I think a degree is necessary? Or is it good? Good resume. Define good resume. Good resume means experience. Jarvis got 500K from reviewing another video. Yeah, I know. He does like comedy stuff now. People are like, have you tried doing Jarvis Johnson stuff to grow your channel? Like, I'm not Jarvis Johnson. Have you tried doing comedy skits? Just make sure people don't think you're copying them. What? Your title is grammatically wrong. Let's land, help your land your job. Dude, I'm gonna just leave it because it's just meme status. Have you ever been as far as to even to get more, to do more, want, look like? Guys, I mean, come on. I should probably change it. I was looking at the light. The light is over there, and I was looking at it, and I had like sunspots. Can I do a video on cybersecurity? I don't know much about it. Get you on Code Newbie podcast. Jarvis grew a ton off that exposure. What is that? How do I do that? How's Pat doing? Pat's good. He's super busy. He's about to have a 3-week break. We'll probably do a video at the end of this week. Let's help you land your job. Oh God. All right. I think it's updated. You guys ever seen that copy paste? Should you learn React or Vue first? Jim, learn. You're gonna get a job with React, but you probably might. You have a better time getting started with Vue. Kyle, this is a different Kyle account. Where's your panda icon? Why is everyone a glorified YouTube expert, dude? You should see some of the comments that I got on my last video. I kind of want to make a video just going over all the funny comments that I get, which are like haters. Some of them I'm like, this is gold. Thank you so much for the laugh of the day. Danny, dude, what's up? Something else about security. I haven't done much with security, right? But I should. It seems to be super popular. Is it hard to get a job with a CIS degree? Degrees are irrelevant. It's hard to get a job if you don't have project portfolio and communication skills to back up an interview. It's all about the algorithm, man. Yeah, but the thing with that is that you have very shallowly engaged subscribers. There's this one dude, if you, I don't know if you guys watch gaming channels, but there's this one guy called Devil Dog Gamer. He's almost at 1 million subscribers. He streams on Twitch, but he gets 200 viewers on Twitch with 1 million subscribers. He has very, very shallowly engaged people because he just doesn't, I don't know, he's just not providing enough value, number one, because it's gaming content. He's not teaching anyone how to do anything. He's just like, look at me game, this is kind of entertaining. And so I try to provide as much value up front as possible. I don't think I should have 100 viewers streaming at 40K. I feel like that's ridiculous. What do you recommend someone without a degree to start with a job search? Cooper, you could hit up Stack Overflow. Let me take that back. I'm gonna say Angel List. Angel List for sure. Not 200K on Twitch, 200, just flat 200. He has 1 million subscribers, 200 viewers on Twitch. Do I have experience with Java? No, I haven't. What is your opinion of a junior dev versus a senior dev when you cross over to senior? It's relative. If you spend 2 years or 3 years at a company learning PHP and diving deep into PHP, and then all of a sudden you take a new job doing React or something like that, you're probably a little bit junior in React. It all translates. It's not a straight horizontal translation inside of, once you're an expert at JavaScript, you're a senior level dev forever. That's not how it works. You're a beginner, just start online school where they start with Ruby. That Ruby is dying and no good. Ruby is not that great. You have 2 frameworks. You have Sinatra and you have Rails. Without that, there's no purpose. No practical purpose. Your code is going into review. Kyle, don't worry about it, dude. You're overthinking it. Best self-help books or books you've read to grow as a person? War of Art. War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Pretty good book for that. There's also The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. That's pretty good. It's always like 1 or 2 minutes, but I always listen to like 10 of them back to back. What has hands but can't pick up anything? I feel like this is either really offensive or actually a good joke. Apparently everyone gets it but me, it's a clock. Do I like Mr. Dead? I don't know who that is. Pothead, I haven't seen you around in a while, dude. What's up? Is iOS dev worth learning now? I don't know, just learn React Native, call it a day. What is a great book that you recommend that helped you when you became a developer? Nothing really that helped me when I became a developer that wouldn't help you before you're a developer. It's not like all of a sudden, now you can write a few lines of code, suddenly all this knowledge applies. It's more like you can learn all this up front and then apply it as you learn. Listen to Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. That's a good book. I also like Relentless by Tim Grover. That's a good book. I got so many books. Just go check out my website. I got a whole book list there. 1000 True Fans by Kelly What's-His-Face. That's a pretty good one. I think that's more of a blog post than a book, though. Wait, Craig, what's going on? Explain yourself. Any big plans for the holiday? No, I just work all the time. I don't know what a holiday is. I don't know what a vacation is. What else? What else did I miss? Jeanette. In a full-time 3-month boot camp, you want to get a front-end dev job after it ends. How do you know if you're ready? Jeanette, this is how you know if you're ready. If you don't feel ready, then you're ready. Because I don't think there's ever going to be a time where someone applies for a job, even if, like, it's the same thing. If you were to graduate college and get a degree, you're not going to feel ready to apply for a job after college. I know I didn't when I got my mechanical engineering degree. I was like, yeah, I have this degree, which is some sort of approval stamp, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Same thing is with code. Fast and Slow is good. I haven't read that one yet, but I've like read the synopsis. It's pretty good. If you could learn web dev right now, what would you learn and focus on? Web dev, probably React. React, Firebase, SQL, probably some DevOps. DevOps get paid so much and they don't do anything. Oh, server crashed today. All right, let me spend 2 hours to fix it, and then you just AFK and make 300K a year. And when you say fix it, you just like restart the server. All right, we're back online, guys. That was real hard. And then boom. Have you read The Big Short? I haven't read The Big Short. I watched the movie of it though. I mean, I understand what's happening financially. How much do you know much about SQL? I know enough, I think. What did I miss? Did I miss anything else? What exactly is GitHub? You're new to all this? GitHub is a place where you can store your code. Don't confuse Git and GitHub. I bet GitHub did this on purpose, but Git is an actual thing that lives on your computer. It's like a little program. GitHub is unrelated. It just uses the name GitHub. There's other places like Bitbucket, GitKraken, right? They're always playing on the name Git. But Git is like a separate program that lives on your computer that lets you type in your little matrix terminal box. I don't know how to explain that, like layman terms to someone who doesn't know code, but like your little black box where people are typing lets you push your code up, like you have a little folder on your desktop, lets you push that stuff inside that folder to a website on the internet using your name and password. Get wrecked. That would be a great software company. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Get grinding, that'd be good. Best prepare for the industry. You better not be partying on the weekends. You better be making projects on the weekends. And when I say making projects, I don't mean like, don't spend like your whole Saturday making it. Like play some games, like live life a little bit, but like, don't like, you know, mess around all day. Get some stuff done. While your friends are at parties on the weeknights and stuff, like build projects, man. What I miss? Trivial React app for portfolio as a beginner, or focus on producing better apps? No, dude, make lots of apps. Make lots of apps so that you can find one that will impress the people. And then when you get your foot in the door, you have a chance to talk, tell them you'll add whatever they want. Just be like, yeah, I mean, like, think about it, right? Your best chance is to learn a whole bunch of skills, apply to a whole bunch of jobs, and hope that they give you a chance to put your foot in the door. That's it. All you need is one person to say, yeah, and the more skills you learn, the better chance that is. Like, if you just learn JavaScript super deep, but you still have no credible experience, they're not even going to look at your resume. So you're spending all this time learning JavaScript and all these other technologies super deep, and you only know like 2 or 3, you're still not going to be able to get a job probably, because number 1, you've eliminated all these other positions you can even try to apply to, and then number 2, on your resume you're still not going to have any paid history, so they're going to be like, yeah, no, next, so it won't even matter. You want to have a chance to prove yourself. Highest chance to prove yourself, that's what you need. What do you think? What do you think is better, coding bootcamp or college for iOS? You're not going to learn anything about iOS in college. Victor, I missed it. What was it, bud? Type it again. You have a job interview next Friday. It's very SQL oriented. Any general job interview advice? Yeah, so ask who you're going to work with. Ask to meet those people that you're going to work with. Ask to meet the CTO, the CEO. Ask to see the app that you're developing. Do this in every interview. For you guys are out there, you're listening, ask to see who you're going to work with. Ask to meet those people. Ask what team you're going to be put on. Ask to meet the CEO. Ask to meet the CTO. Ask to see the application or the project. And ask if you can see that code in real time. If they make you sign an NDA, do it. That's fine. Be engaged. DevOps or bootcamp? What? That's not even the same. Is it okay to work during Saturday, Sunday, then party those nights? Dude, I'm not going to tell you what's okay and what's not okay. I'm just saying I have more important stuff to do than chase honeys. You can tell the size of a man by the size of his problems, and if my problem is I can't go out and party tonight, then I'm focusing on the wrong things, I think. How do you stay motivated long enough to create finished projects? I'm not always motivated when I finish a project. There's a whole lot of times where I'm like not motivated, but I just do it. I'm like, I'm so over this right now. You guys ever think that? You guys ever just out there, you're like, I'm so over this right now. You just want to be done. That's where I'm at when I finish a lot of my stuff. And then, you know, you take a break after you're like, oh, I hate this. I'm never doing this again. And then like 30 minutes later, you're like, wow, that was really rewarding. Same process. And then that's just a loop that everyone goes through. You're in your comfort zone, and then you hit the point where you're like, all right, this is boring, this is tedious, and it's boring. It's that you have the attention span of a goldfish, and you can't deal with tedium. Do you watch Bulldog? You were talking about John Samez? Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, sometimes John Samez live streams sometimes, and I'll like pop a comment in there, but he only responds to comments where people donate. So I'm like, all right, bro. You've been developing Android apps for 2 years, decided to move to web dev. You have started with basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Is that any tips, resources? Free Code Camp is pretty good. Treehouse, I don't know. You need to build projects. You need to hit that portfolio. Couldn't finish Code Dojo due to family issues. Currently on the mean stack. Any advice moving forward? Swap out your Angular. Make that a mean into a MERN. MERN. Have you heard of Trilogy Education? They have a boot camp in Monterrey, Mexico. That's real cheap. Have you watched my video on Trilogy Education? Is this a joke? How much monitors do you have? How much monitors? Approximately enough monitors. For a SQL interview, join the team. How hard is it to get a remote job? Alright, so the thing with remote jobs is that you're competing against people that already have experience, plus they want remote. And if you're a junior, you're competing with no experience and you want remote. So so the thing with remote is it's a super culture fit because it's all about trust. The dude that's paying you money needs to know that you're going to be doing work when no one's behind you doing work. So if you want to work a remote job, you got to do some crazy shit to get that job. Like you gotta make like a video resume and be like, look, I know this is really awkward. Hello, my name is Josh. I saw your resume or your job application. I made this video because I want to stand out. I don't care if it's awkward, but I really want the job, and here's why you should give me a chance. Like, you gotta do crazy shit if you want to stand out, and you should do that anyways with any job. When breaking into the industry, what kind of questions and concerns should a junior developer ask his mentor to better oneself? It depends on where you're at. That's kind of vague. It's hard to say. iOS or JavaScript, React Native. You want to learn Python and make a project so you can get a job, but you can't pay enough attention to do so? Are you sure that's what you want to do? And if you can't pay enough attention, remove your distractions. Thoughts on HackerRank or other ways to build problem-solving skills? I guess HackerRank's pretty good. You could do Hired. You could also do LeetCode. I've never had a good experience with those. Or like, I've never gotten a job from them. You signed up for Trilogy Education. It's amazing. RIP. Do you think web dev jobs for juniors or entry level will continue to die? How about the whole industry itself? Nah, it's not going anywhere. There's a whole lot of stuff that's got to be automated. There's got a whole lot of apps that need to automate those automators. And you got to create those apps. You started working on Net Plus, then decided networking. You got the material, no problem. Couldn't pass Net. You're sick of babysitting hardware? Yeah, you should definitely move away from hardware. Any tips on self-learning? You find so much information. It's a little redundant to take notes and easy to get stuck for hours at a time. Don't be afraid to use Stack Overflow. People are going to be really mean to you, but someone will probably help. Keith, it's going good, man. How are you? Dude Codes, what's up, dude? How's it going? Seriously, sounds like you should check out the video. Don't go to Trilogy. Trilogy's terrible. They built their whole entire website with WordPress. Not that I have anything against WordPress, I just feel like if you're going to be a coding bootcamp, your website should reflect the things that you teach, probably. Also, I think the dudes at the top are not... I don't know. I'm not saying the teachers are bad or the TAs are bad. They also only have one phone number for across all 3 campuses, which seems a little strange. How come I can't get in contact? I just watched the video, dude. It's very, like, I don't know. There's some people that go there that have good experiences, but I think it highly depends on your teacher and the TAs. There's also no guarantee, so bootcamp doesn't have a guarantee. Don't go. Keith, you're a full stack dev. You start on Monday? Nice, dude. What did I do? Follow up on coding challenge. It's supposed to be time box 3 hours. Should you focus on extra functionality or testing once the core functionality is built out? I would go with stretch goals if you think that you got some. If you got some in the back of your mind that you know is going to like blow them away, do that. Testing is just, well, if the requirements for the app change, then your tests have to change. So I don't think that's very cool. Heading up at the gym. Nice, dude. Danny, salute. Or peace, I guess. Can a person make a lot of money making WordPress websites for local businesses? Tracy, the thing that you're going to have to convince them of is why won't they just make it with Wix? Why won't they just use Squarespace? That's going to be your argument. Well, I can do it better for cheaper and like, how do you convince them of that? You heard React Native is not in the game anymore? Okay. If you're going for front-end web dev, is it worth listing Adobe products? Yes. No, I list Adobe on mine. I have the Adobe suite. I have Figma on there, and like I have all the Adobe stuff. I put all my design stuff on there. I don't mind. What's up? Been interviewing. Just recently got 2 offers, but started with the interview process with a 3rd. Dream job that you have referenced as how should you handle the offers? All right, Noah. Let's just get real honest here. I had 2 job offers at once where I knew a job offer was coming and I had 1 job offer. So I took the 1 job offer I had. I worked 1 day, I quit, and I took the other job offer. I don't care. Dude, it's your life. You gotta do what benefits you, fam. You gotta realize that there's other people interviewing for your position. They're gonna replace you. Don't feel bad about it. Just do it, fam. Or you can make those compete against each other a little bit, just to stall for time. It was a Ruby job for 60K. I took it for 1 day, and they ghosted me basically the entire day. They're like, here's our HR paperwork, fill it out. And so I started filling it out, and I was like, all right, so we're gonna have our stand-up meeting or something? He's like, oh, I gotta go pick up my kid, because it was remote. I was like, okay. So it was like 4 p.m. and no one got back to me. And then I got my other job offer, and they paid more. I don't know, dude. You just gotta understand, if it's not illegal, how flexible are your morals? Right? It's okay to break the rules. It's not illegal to put stuff on your resume that doesn't exist. Not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying they're just rules, right? What's more important to you? Paying your mortgage, getting a job, leaving the job that you're unhappy with, hating every second of your life at, and extending your resume to list something that you may or may not be totally good at? Or the alternative is be honest and then suffer through your job. Like, I don't know, man. Not saying to lie, I'm just push boundaries. Have I done data science? No, I haven't. Readability, efficiency. I'm a fan of readability. If you want to get on to me about a couple seconds of loading time, fantastic. How big is the scale of this app? Do we aspire to have 1 million users and we should care? Are we still a startup and we actually have like 500 users, but we're planning to have 1 million? I don't know. You should program something to read the text out loud so you don't have to. I think there's an add-on for that. But that'd be really annoying if it just read everything. Victor, thanks for answering the questions. You're welcome. in the Zone playlist. This is just Epidemic Sound. Excited for the future? Nice, dude. George knows what's up. What OS do you have? I use Windows. I don't find any value in Mac, really. And I use what am I saying? What is the quote? Kyle, what did I miss? Something about walking the path. How do you stay so positive through the times when you think that you can't get through it? Brian, this would be my quote for you, right? So when times are good, keep your head down. And when times are bad, keep your head up. So I don't know if that it doesn't really answer your question. How do I do it? I just do it. What's the other option? Have a pity party for myself? That certainly doesn't solve anything. I have so many quotes, Kai. You could say the quote, and I say like one of my 400 quotes I memorized, and you'd be like, that's the quote. Realistic to try and create an app to sell instead of one to put it in a portfolio for a job. You want to sell the app, right? Hydra71, you want to sell the app, but you don't have a market to sell to. Well, you do have a market to sell to, but you're going to end up spending a bunch of money to get your app in front of a bunch of people to sell. Or you could build a brand and skip the marketing entirely, document while you do it, monetize that process, and then the audience that's watching you do it can buy it. Keith, the streams are motivational. You're getting rejected left and right. It doesn't matter. All you need is one yes. You don't need 10% yes. You don't need 50% yes. You don't need 5 out of 10 to say, like, you just need one. Give me scholarship, please. That's the way to get it. Were you given a job guarantee at your coding bootcamp, Josh? So in 2015, when I went to coding bootcamp, no bootcamps were around that offered guarantees. So no. But then more and more stuff came out, and to drive competition, they're like, all right, you know what? We believe in our value so much and our curriculum so much and what we have to offer that we're going to guarantee you, and if 6 months you don't get a job, we'll give it back. And I was like, that's not fair. Give job, please. All right, Craig. We've been over this before, but I'm currently hiring for a position of do whatever I say, senior level, and it pays 50 cents a week. You get all the unlimited pre-workout that you want, so it keeps you up so you can be working 24/7. No benefits. I know, Craig. Appealing. 40 cents a week and deal, you know your worth. All right, 40 cents a week, deal, and weekends. A single book that you would recommend? The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. No. Well, you got me. Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco or Crushing It by Gary Vee. 45 cents a week. Get out of here. We don't have that kind of money. You want to build a music player with Electron? Where do you think it's just, you could probably Google Electron JS music player and you'd probably get 400 things on GitHub. Then look at that code, reverse engineer. What's your Dave Ty Lopez resource? Well, I mean, mainly I don't have my 7 bookshelves in my garage with my Lamborghini, right? I don't know. How else do I don't know. I don't got anything good. I tried to be clever. I don't have it. Coding Journey, what's up, dude? Your first job offer, the recruiter or the interviewer asks you how much you want per year. What is the right answer? How to not go. Okay, so Oleg, you need to hit up Glassdoor.com. Type in the company name that you think type in the company name that you're going to go interview for. Look at the salary level there. See how much people are getting paid, so you have an idea in mind of what you can say. Always start on the higher end so you can negotiate down. Right? If you start on the higher end, if it's too high, they're going to laugh and be like, what does this guy think he's worth? But if it's like, you know, a little below the max, then they're going to lowball you anyways, especially if you crush the interview. So then you're already above mid. Lawrence, appreciate the honesty. I just try to keep it real. Have you read Ownership by Jocko? Yep. You're in the middle of it. So where he starts talking about Ramadi. One of the things, Brian, that I remember in Extreme Ownership was when there was the boss at a company that had an open office policy, and he just let employees come in whenever they want, so they kind of didn't really respect her. And there's one thing he said, it was like, be very aware of the reverence of your position and try not to be super casual all the time. And so I remember that since I'm like seen as like an authority figure on code and how to get a job and stuff, I try to be chill, but like there's a line. Anyways, Brian, that's what I remember. That's what I took away from that book. Have you read John Sama's Complete Software Dev Careers Guide? No, I didn't buy it. Can you explain what DevOps is? Dude, that's like super vague, but basically setting up servers, keeping them secure, making sure your applications are running at all times, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of vague. They do a lot. How do you make sure you're not getting underpaid for your first dev job after a boot camp? After boot camp or not after boot camp, look at Glassdoor. You bombed a HackerRank test provided by an employer who was interested in me on Monday. It was 90% HTML, 10% SQL. It doesn't matter. Bomb it again. Do it again and again and again. It doesn't matter. Nothing happens. You just move on to the next one. They say no, okay. Next, abundance mentality. You're disconnected from the outcome because you know eventually someone will appreciate your value because you're working on it. Thoughts on engineered truth. He got paid to document his journey at Dev Mountain before I went. Then he got a bunch of jobs and he's like, I make too much money from YouTube. I'm doing YouTube. And now he just sells everything. Better place to work, Canada versus Sweden versus Netherlands. You need to move, so please select one. I don't know. That's up to you. That's up to you, fam. Who messaged me? Is this a girlfriend? Oh, it's a girlfriend, apparently. Did something get delivered? What'd I miss? What are your thoughts on mastery-based learning programs such as Launch School? Lambda School has it. I think it's pretty good, right? And so they don't like kick you out, and you just learn until you get it. I think it's good. How much time do you have to work to ask for a raise? Alexis, time worked on a job does not mean you are deserving of a raise. Just because you've been somewhere for X amount of time, you are not entitled to any more money. What you are entitled to is what your value is equivalent to, and even then you're not going to be paid your value working for anyone ever. You'll be paid sub of what your value is. If you want to get paid your value, it's your job to create your own company or product or service and pay yourself if you want to get paid what you're worth. But in order to get a raise, you increase your value. You can do that in a month, you can do that in 2 weeks. Time on a job doesn't mean shit. Do I see machine learning programming skyrocketing or just a few elite companies taking over that space? Machine learning is going to go up. It's definitely going to be popular. Do you watch Dave Ramsey? No, I don't watch Dave Ramsey because he doesn't take his own advice. That's not how he got rich. He's like, all right, everyone, put money into your 401ks, make sure you max out your Roth IRA, and snowball the debt down. Like, he doesn't mention anything about how to have good debt and bad debt and how assets that can appreciate, like, Dave Ramsey are for people who live paycheck to paycheck, and I'm sorry if that sounds offensive, but like, That's his methodology. He tells you to do it the classical way, and nobody gets rich working a salary job. They just work until they're 65, hope they have enough money in their 401k when they're old so that that money doesn't run out before they die. Pass on that. Tracy, later, bro. Oh, my light turned off. Rip. I think I get like 45 minutes, so I'm actually surprised that this didn't overheat. I'm gonna turn this one off too. What's a good idea for a personal project to put on your resume? Oh, there's so many, dude. You do normal things, you get normal results. Todd, that is the realest thing in chat all night. If you want to be different, if you want to be an anomaly, you have to do things that are different. Be different, like behavioral. Is Grant Cardone the truth? He's pretty motivational, but what do you mean the truth? Sales is the truth. Sales reveals all. Where do you get financial advice? I read a lot of books. I read a lot of books on investing, the stock market. Unscripted has a bunch of good stuff at the end of the book. Mainly, I befriended the VP of sales at my last job. I took him out to lunch yesterday just to pick his brain on finance and investing, because he has like 8 million in assets. He's about to get like 3 million more, and then he's going to invest it in more real estate, generate passive income. He knows a bunch. He's a smart dude. So I talk to him a lot. How can you get a job at Walmart? I don't know. Do you need me to like open the door for you? Dave Ramsey cut the power to your light. Joke's on you! This is a battery-powered light. It just overheated. Get wrecked, Dave Ramsey. I don't really take like financial advice. I take financial information and then make it into, you know, what works for me. Tips on how to be hyper efficient. All right, this is what you do. You put your phone on mute and then you flip it over. Don't look at it. Anthony, you just watched the video on Trilogy. Don't. It's not that I like or don't like it. I'm just presenting the information that I found within one day of research and came to the conclusion. Joseph, dude, I see you in the Discord all the time, but you're never around, fam. How's life? Does Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer help you land long-term jobs? Also, what? Glad to find the channel. Was an instant sub, a dizzle? Dude, happy to have you. Deep work is good, but deep work basically just says that what I just said, unless that's what you're talking about. You had to work with a 400 line Python script, didn't know Python. You kind of learn Python to convert the script into JS and learn Python properly and take it from there. Why would you spend the time to learn Python properly? Like, yeah, you should do that. That's something you should do. But what is your end goal? Focus on the end goal. Don't get caught up on the fluff. Dave Ramsey often recommends those in a lot of debt to work pizza delivery, waiting jobs, 80, 90 hours. So I think Dave Ramsey is wrong in that effect to a maximum degree, because I don't think you should sell your time for money. I think you should invent a product and sell that product. And I think you should build a brand so that you can have eyes to point to that product. That way you can sell things when you're asleep and you're not working 80 or 90 hours. Rather, things are selling while you're not working those hours. And you can sell, so you sell an hour every time for 20 bucks. You have a product for 20 bucks and you sell 50 of those in 1 hour. Now you've just exponentially increased your value. It's just like, I don't know. I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible advice. You shouldn't have to sell your time for money when you can leverage something else. I'm telling you, Dave Ramsey talks to like your average people that just like, I'm not saying this in an offensive way to anyone. I'm just saying Dave Ramsey advises people, just work more and make more money and just pay off your debt. Like, literally, I could have told you that. What makes him special? It's not passive income. Having a product and selling it doesn't mean that it will sell. Passive income is something that you don't have to work for. I mean, you have to work for up front, but just because you have a product doesn't mean it will continue to sell forever. Whereas real estate is something that people have agreed to in a contract where they pay your rent and you take a slice off that top and then you pay your mortgage. Yeah, you can always make more money, but you can't make more time. Thanks, Craig. Opinion on temp agencies? I don't know. They're okay, I guess. I don't really have one. It's like a recruiter. Oh, for real? Josh is from Georgia? Yeah, dude, I'm from Atlanta. Nice. What's up, dude? His advice is good in a meta way. So Dave Ramsey doesn't take his own advice, right? So Dave Ramsey got rich on selling courses on how to get rich. Have you ever seen those how I make $5,000 a week doing dropshipping on Shopify? They make $100 a week doing dropshipping on Shopify, and they make $5,000 a week selling their course on how to make no money doing dropshipping on Shopify. It's just very like, it's past like, what is their skill? What is their actual thing that is giving you value? He gets rich off his books and off his seminars and off his courses. He doesn't get rich off of putting money into a 401k and working a job like everyone else. He gets paid $40,000 for a seminar, you know? It's just like... I don't know. I don't like him. He doesn't give actually good advice. He just gives very basic stuff. He's like, well, have you tried snowballing your debt? Well, let's talk about good debt and bad debt first. Let's talk about assets and getting money to work for you. Poor people work for money. Rich people have money work for them. It's Rich Dad, Poor Dad Concept 101. And so a lot of people, I don't know. A lot of people don't read. That's just the facts. They don't get it. I don't know how this became business focused, but like, I'm all about that business. Yep. You're just north of Atlanta? Just north where? East or west? I'm from Marietta. Josh, I think most people have trouble knowing what to sell. If you didn't have your web dev biz, what would you sell? I didn't have a web dev biz, so I created it and then I sell. You don't have to know what to sell off the bat, and it doesn't even matter because if you have a product, you have to get it in front of people. So step 1, build brand. Step 2, sell things. How do you land a job in New York City? Apply? Huh, just gonna ask if I've read Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, I've read his books. Gotta get back on the grind. Nice, dude. Oh, you're from Rome? Alright. That's kind of like, that's like 50 minutes from where I was. Dan Locke, he's okay. His book, FU Money, is pretty good. But he sells seminars and courses, and he sells like his time. He sells, it's like 1 hour consultation with him is like $10,000 or something. But he has the aura, right? He sells his like high ticket selling. No difference between high ticket selling and low ticket selling besides the person that you're selling to and your ability to negotiate. Just read, what is that book? Never Split the Difference. Read that book called Never Split the Difference. It's by a professional FBI negotiator, and he gives you a whole bunch of tips on negotiating. You can take that into job interviews. You can take that into salary negotiations. You can take that into buying a car. It's a pretty good book. I'd say you could save your 20 grand in doing Dan Locke's seminar and just, you know, read that book instead. Alan Bay, ha! Look at Mr. Allen, hopping on that brand, boy, using his real name. I'd be Walker Texas Rangers 400 times over, dude, if my last name was Walker. But Alan, pro tip, I'd probably remove your middle name. It's kind of weird. And you're giving people more information to dox you with, so take that shit out. Any key questions you can ask on an interview to know if the guy wants you or not? You don't need to know that. You don't need to know if the other guy wants you or not because it shouldn't matter to you what the outcome is, okay? You're out, gotta finish up project, good looking out, lots of great advice. Couldn't agree more, Josiah. How much JavaScript needed to learn Node.js? Well, Node.js is JavaScript, so jump right in. It'll be weird to use it for what Node is used for, but just pretend like JavaScript does nothing else and learn Node.js. What is this? What is this video that you have?
Alright, alright, alright.
Converge? Alright, alright. How do I get back to my chat? What is this, dude? Alright, well, it looks like I'm reading comments from the screen now. What are your goals for 2019? I'd like to hit 100,000 subscribers. That's one major goal that I have. I would also like to... I want to learn how to paraglide. I want to buy a motorcycle. I want to travel and meet all the people that I've done videos with on this channel, and I'd like to give back to those people for helping grow my channel. I don't know, Patrick's never here, right? But I'd like to help Patrick in some way for letting me document his emotional struggles. I don't think that's easy for people to do. Just come on the internet, let a whole bunch of people do a series on, like, he almost quitting. Everyone's like, that's clickbait, fake. She's like, no, I had to convince him. I was like, please do the video. Don't quit. Not because it's for me, just because, like, I'm where you're at. Don't do it. As an experienced dev, should you bother with recruiters? I don't think you need recruiters as an experienced dev. You shouldn't. I mean, you can if you want. If you want to leverage that, if you want to just have a whole bunch of options, sure, go for it. But you shouldn't. I don't think you need them. Which is better, interesting projects portfolio versus certificates? Certificates aren't shit, bro. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying, like, anyone can do an online course and get a certificate. There's nothing behind it. There's no one grading your work. There's no accountability to it. And, like, your friend could have done it, and then you get a certificate and you can paste that. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Portfolio. You make it, you deploy it, you defend it. Certificate is like, oh yeah, I went through the course. Well, congratulations for participating in a course, bro. No, my doggos losing their mind. What path is better, full stack or front end dev? It depends on what you want to do. What do you like more? You like design, front end stuff? Do you have any tips for getting remote jobs? I have really bad health issues that prevent me from leaving the house for long periods of time. James? Yeah, remote okay. We work remotely. No one needs to know about your health issues, though. Make sure not to mention that. People, I know it's bad, right? You're not supposed to discriminate, but people do. Should you start a Patreon in Sugar Mamas? What are you going to give in return? How much does a child cost? I think like 500 pesos or something. Interview on Google Hangouts for Spotify on Friday for back-end position. Been Googling some questions. Any resources to study? Glassdoor, bro. Spotify is huge, so Glassdoor is going to be huge. Glassdoor, go to interview questions, read all of that stuff. Playlist link that you're currently playing. Go to Epidemic Sound and then click latest. Took an exam for software engineer. You're wondering why their exam is collaboration with other applicants. We are only 3 applicants and we passed. What is their purpose? Why do you have to compete for the job? You have to compete for the job because competition is real life. You're competing with other businesses in your space. That's just life. Later, Ryan. What do I do for health insurance as a freelancer? Any advice for other freelancers? I don't have health insurance, and therefore the gym is insanely important to me because that's my health insurance. You know, brush your teeth, make sure you know you're not looking at blue light at night. I don't know, just preventative shit so I don't have to go. Preventative is way more important anyways, in anything. I wish I had something better. React so hard, should you bite the bullet and learn Vue, or just continue learning React? Vue's not going to be... Vue's pretty much similar concept, just syntax might be easier. I just stick with React, dude. Is it okay to show Arduino projects if you have a portfolio? Yeah, dude, show it up. Make something unique, stand out. Have you thought of doing a video on great books to read or stuff, Cranigan? Yes, I have, but what would you... Cranigan, let me ask you a question. If you guys wanted to see all the inspirational stuff that I read and where I get all my information that I regurgitate to you guys, what would you title that so people would click it? Because if I just put book review 2000 whatever, no one's going to watch it. Best way to reach employers as a new dev, message them on LinkedIn. Message them on LinkedIn, but do a research on the people that work at the company where you want to work. So look up like software developer at whatever company you're applying to, find some people on LinkedIn, look at their blogs, they probably have blogs or websites, look at that dude's website, message that dude about his website, not about the company, be like, hey man, I was looking at this company and then I noticed that you had a blog and I started reading that, awesome stuff, you know, but company's cool too, just to let you know, maybe put in a good word, I don't know, finesse, books that push me to my success. I would say it's not past tense, as I don't consider myself a success. I don't. I'm a student. You dislike LinkedIn? Anyone trying to make a LinkedIn clone? LinkedIn is very great to build a brand, so I'd recommend not to dislike it and embrace it. Yeah, I mean, Cranigan, 400% sure I have absolutely thought about that idea. I just have to finesse it so that it's engaging. Dog, please get insurance. There's no real reason to. LinkedIn is like Facebook for adults. It is now. If Fluke's PHP dead, no, it's not. Until shit hits the fan. Well, that's why I do preventative stuff. What you want me to pay like $900 a month for something that I'm not going to use? Nah, I'm good. I just do preventative stuff, fam. That's just me. Or here's what I'll do. I'll just marry my girlfriend because she has a French passport. So if I get like cancer or some shit, I'll marry my girlfriend. She has a French passport. I'll get access to French healthcare. Go there, get healthcare for free. Come back, and I'll be Gucci. Paragliding. Have you seen Tucker Gott's channel? He's a paraglider, dude. I'm so jelly. Tucker Gott is living the life. All of his ideas are my ideas that I wanted to do, but I never had the opportunity. How long did you work as a developer before starting YouTube? I had YouTube forever. I did YouTube while I was doing dev stuff because I like creating content. How long did it take to land your first job? 3 weeks. How to manage time for CS if you're studying electrical? Don't learn CS and drop out of electrical. Learn real shit. I mean, learn CS. You're gonna learn eventually, but like, learn real shit too. Is there a particular framework you suggest someone to do the portfolio in? That may be WordPress. Portfolio framework doesn't matter. They're not going to investigate that. They're going to go there. They're going to see your projects on the main page. They're going to click on that project. It's going to be cool. If it's not cool, you know why you didn't get a response. You could build it with whatever. Yo, for real, does she have cousins? She has got a sister. Olivia, what's up? How good are you at algorithms? Garbo, dude. Garbo. What's the most paid web developer soft skill? There's not soft skills. I would say persuasion. My girlfriend's not actually French. Her mom is French. She was born in America. Her mom is from France. Her dad is from Vietnam. She's just as American as they come. But she gets access to that French passport because her mom is French. Doesn't even speak French, doesn't even speak Vietnamese, just knows English. I just hit her up, be like, hey, I got cancer, let's get married. I'm gonna go get your health care. Whatever. I feel like she's getting a better trade anyways. That's just like in my back pocket, because then like it's like a slow death anyways because you're married. But you get to live for a little bit longer in the meantime. Oh, just kidding, just kidding. Or am I? What would a good project do for React Node? You have to do your portfolio as a CS student to be front. I don't understand that. What'd I miss? Personal projects. What would a well-balanced portfolio consist of? Static inventory site featuring CRUD knowledge. Probably something with authentication and CRUD, ideally. Chris says, 199, thanks for the content. Hey Chris, thanks man. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Craig. Good night. What'd I miss? Must have soft skills for a tech job. Henry R. missed. What would be a good project to do? I don't know, Henry. That's difficult. Do you need to stop helping other people in your competition? Yeah, dude, you just helped some other guy get a job, so I don't know how you feel about that, but like if you go to a job and you're competing against other applicants and you help the other applicants, you're getting them a job, not you. Screw those guys. It's your job. You softy. Kyle, later, dude. Are you too old to get a first job? No. 34 is fine. Typically, marriage doesn't entitle citizenship of another country. You can't get healthcare without being a citizen. That's not true at all. I was already married to a Finnish girl, and it's the same for EU countries. So, marriage to a French girl is the same. I'm entitled to a resident visa, and once I get a resident visa, I can access healthcare there, because I'm married to a French citizen. I get all rights as a French citizen would get except voting, which, why do I care? Todd says cult. I call it brand. But I think you see what I'm saying. You have some roots in Finland? No. But I lived there. I lived there for years, married a girl, had a Finnish family, had a Finnish mother-in-law, did all the holidays, did all the things like that you wouldn't get as like an exchange student. Best resources? Maybe Tyler McGinnis. What's a good secondary programming language to learn? Look in your area, see what they're using, decide. PHP, Python, C# maybe. Do you have any knowledge with data science, such as ML? A little bit. I did Coursera once. I'm basically a PhD in machine learning. Mike, $1. Thanks, dude. The Dono train, appreciate you. How do I get... I don't know how to get to my... Hey, if you guys are here, by the way, and you enjoy the stream, maybe leave a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. It really does help. Seriously, engagement with YouTube helps the video do good, and it actually helps me out a lot. I know it's kind of a pain, and everyone says do it, but that's why. What do you have to do to get your dogs on your will? You're gonna need to like 4,000x that donation. Thanks, Victor. Basically a PhD or marketing. Dude, all I did was take Coursera once, and now I do all the algorithms at Google. It's actually my full-time job. philosophy on building your site with WordPress? My site is built with WordPress. I'm a one-man show. I got e-commerce. I got backend. I got digital marketing. I got APIs connected. I don't have time to build that from scratch, but you're a developer. But I have to make content. Is Thinkful a good boot camp? That's alright, I guess. I hit up Lambda instead. Thanks, Zebra. Zebra, you're the real MVP. It's not a pain. Why aren't programmers donated as much as gamers? I don't know, because everyone assumes because you're a programmer you're already making 400K a year. Maybe. I'm not sure. Josh, best resource for learning digital marketing? Digital marketing, alright. You need to read a book called Cashvertising. You need to read Gary V's Crushing It. That'll give you, it doesn't give you like digital marketing, but Cashvertising will give you the copywriting knowledge, the SEO knowledge that you need. And then Gary V's Crushing It 2018 version will give you a whole lot of ideas for how and what platforms to use. Also subscribe to his channel and watch some of his videos. Not all of his videos, they're kind of, he just makes content because that's what he does. But read that Cashvertising and Crushing It. Indian in Paris, videos helped. Dude, that's what it's about. Did I ever make a video on how I made my site? I started with DigitalOcean, made a droplet, figured out how those things worked, struggle bust for like 8 hours on how to get my WordPress onto my droplet, and then another 12 hours figuring out how to make my site HTTPS instead of HTTP. That's a lot. Lambda, a hard bootcamp to get accepted in. I don't know. They don't give away their secret sauce. They say that when you do the entry exam thing, that they get a good idea of how you learn to code. "38 years old. You're a baker. Just started to learn code because you're tired of getting in flour. Any good tips to better grasp the concepts?" I mean, you gotta itemize. You gotta itemize JavaScript. You gotta know that nobody knows everything, and just because there's all these advanced people who've been doing it for years, nobody knows everything. By the time they would, everything would change, so they wouldn't know anything. And it's kind of a mind bender. Just realize that you feel like you don't know anything, and the people who say they know everything still don't know anything. You learn the basics of Python, you don't know what to do next. Alright, so you got Raspberry Pis. You can put stuff on Raspberry Pis, maybe make like a magic mirror. You got Flask, you got Django, you got machine learning. Alex wants to know, Alex, actually, it's December, right? No touch here, remember December. So Alex, it's a little bit subjective, but if you want, I should make that a shirt. It's subjective. You got to make sure you're asking the right questions. People ask questions, they're like, you always say that's subjective. All right, well, you're asking the wrong question. What's your current job? I am currently CEO of Google and founder of Uber. Make a video on Scrimp. Ooh. Suma Deep, dude. That's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. I should do that. You right. Hold up. I don't know how I'm gonna get that to 10 minutes though, but I might do that tonight after the gym. It'd be like 1 a.m., but do it for the Vine, I guess. Good idea. Fanbeer, do what's up? Is it hard to get a job with Spring Boot Java? Yeah, this is what you do. You do JavaScript instead. I don't know Spring Boot. When are you moving into the Grind Reel mansion? It's gonna be like you know, like a Jake Pauler's house. So everyone that has ever collaborated with me on the channel and made a video with me, they get like a dedicated room. So Alan, you get a room. Patrick gets a room. Chris gets a room. Craig gets a room. Who else? Michael gets a room. Who else? Anybody that collab gets a room in the mansion. Do I think JavaScript is better? In what way? It's just better. In what way? Do you know Elasticsearch-ish? Raspberry Pis are OP. You can make a business out of them. Yeah, you can program something in Python, put it on a Raspberry Pi, and just claim that as an invention. Build a patent on whatever you program your Raspberry Pi to do. So if your Raspberry Pi flashes its lights to music, I mean, I'm sure that's already been done, but like, you can just do things like that and be like, yep, this is now proprietary software. I'm selling them at $200 each. Any good RPGs by non-major studios? I don't know. WoW's kind of trash. Even the new Tides of Vengeance came out. It's pretty trash. I don't know any RPGs. Maybe Witcher 3, right? You want MMO? That's how you blow up. The algorithm loves team houses. The problem with that is that I have a girlfriend, right? The girlfriend has needs. And, you know, I can't be having a house full of like 13 people. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you gotta move rooms. You can't just... I just have to think that through. Patrick says, why don't you love me anymore? You are like number 2 on the room list. What are you talking about? At what age is too old to be a gamer? Nah, there's no age too old. It's kind of loud. Turn it down a little bit. Different needs and different... I mean, I don't know. You know. Adam, dude, what's up? How long did it take you to learn and understand recursion? You're struggling with it? Functions, running functions. Try not to overthink it too much. Oh my god, what are my dogs doing? Alright. You stream on Twitch? Nah, I don't get as much. I don't get... there's no point in streaming Twitch. It's not my main deal. You have experience with hacking? I've hacked the NSA before. And now I'm on a no-fly list. I'm just kidding. Do what I do and hand out 20s. Everyone yeah. When you get swatted, you know you've made it big. So I don't really want to get swatted because I have dogs, right? So my dogs would bark, and I'm afraid that they would like shoot my dogs, and that would be like the saddest thing ever. How do you support yourself in terms of cash money? Well, there's YouTube ad revenue, mentorships. I teach code, resumes and cover letters, etc. Alan's already hiring people. How many projects is good enough to start applying to jobs? About 3. About 3 good ones. That'll do it. Any relocation packages? David says, want to say thanks for the channel. Super encouraging, helpfully in guiding deeper into tech. David, that's what it's all about, my man. Dogs. They just barking at people, I guess. How do you establish a mentor-mentee relationship? Ask what value you can bring to them. What do they get in return besides just the satisfaction of helping someone out? Maybe. That'd be a good way to get your foot in the door. Obviously, everyone likes to help people just because it's good, but don't come to them just begging for shit. Django or Node for beginners? Jaden, shoot it to my email. How's the keto diet? It's not going. I didn't buy any electrolytes, so my hands started to cramp up. Do you believe in different mind states? You mean like alpha states and stuff? I mean, that's pretty proven. Advice for leveraging offers from multiple companies? Yeah, so obviously you tell them that you got a better offer from the company that you got an offer from, and you just lie. You just lie until they're like, sorry, we can't match that. I don't know, make them compete. Oh, you want the honest answer? That's what that means. You just be like, yeah, you get offered like 90K, for example. And then you're like, sorry, the other company offered me 105. Well, the best we can do is 100. All right, well, you just made an extra 10K. Where's your email? It's in the description. What 3 projects would stand out the most? I don't know. What job are you applying for? Django or Node? Same level of knowledge. Python and JS. Maybe JS? Just got let go Monday. Literally the worst. Nah, it's not the worst, bro. You just got the chance of a lifetime. You're now free. I know you need money, and that part sucks. We all need money. But this is the part where you realize you have to create value for yourself, not for other people. Is it possible to get into software dev without any serious knowledge? Would it be a good idea to just jump into a certification program without having a bachelor's? Certification program. Certifications don't mean anything. Certification useless. Certification irrelevant. Projects speak. Actions speak. How are job opportunities in other countries compared to the US for front-end development? If I know. They do okay. Front-end dev is... They get paid less. US gets paid the most. But there's always jobs. How much do you make a month as a web developer? Approximately $46,292. No, I don't. Web dev, starting junior, about 50K. So that comes to about 3K after tax. 3K take home a month after tax as a single male. Front-end dev makes the most. That's not true. I'd say full stack does. Actually, I'd say it goes in this order. Front-end makes the least. Full stack, back-end makes more. Then you have native mobile stuff because that's dying out, so they need people to do that. And then DevOps, and then you have managers. $136K a year starting in what, in like San Francisco? That's like 65K. How about this? Striving for Uber, Lyft, and pitching your passengers on building them a website. I mean, that could work, but I don't think that's very good because that's kind of weird. I think if you can get the opportunity, you should mention that's what you do, and you just do this for fun. You just drive for fun because you like the social interaction. But I'd say you don't know who you're picking up, and you don't know if they have a business. You don't even know if they know what a JavaScript is or what an HTML is. You bet this is pre-recorded, and he was doing deep learning. Confirmed. Does Mike work as a dev? He does now, or on the 15th of January he will. 90K in software engineering job be ideal? Well, I don't know. You know what's ideal for me every year? I'd say about, I'm trying to make 5 mil a week. So until I get to 5 mil a week, I won't consider anything I make ideal. Oh, that's a joke. That's fine, you can think what you want, but I'm gonna get 400 mil in the bank, and I'm gonna retire. Is the stock market a good investment? What? I think 90K for most people is plenty of money. There's been studies that have shown over $77,000 doesn't increase your happiness because you can buy everything that you want, pay all your bills, you got extra spending money, and then you're just satisfied and you're complacent and blah, blah, blah. And my camera turned off, so I'm going to replace that battery right quick. Don't go anywhere, my dudes. I'm still talking so that you can be confirmed that I'm here. Hold on. I'm using my DSLR, so this is life these days. Charging batteries all day. $5 mil a week, that's nothing. I mean, to get 400 mil in the bank, means you almost have to make $1 billion because of all the taxes that you'd pay and all the business expenses on the way to get there. You would have well over generated over $1 billion. What do you recommend for people that cannot read? Crayons, because you can draw, but you can kind of communicate with drawing, right? Just draw pictures. You'd be okay with 4 million. I mean, honestly, we'd all be okay with 4 million, but what's the point? Why not just see what you can do? I'm trying to get to that prestige level 50. Prestige level 50 in real life RPG is like the billionaire tier, so I want to get to that billionaire tier just because you only live once. Might as well try to get there. Prestige level 12, okay. Any direct examples of 3 good recommended projects for new dev? Sipo, go look at my portfolio review videos. You can go look at those. Those are pretty good. There's nothing, it depends on what your job, if you have a bunch of static HTML sites and you go apply to a Ruby on Rails position, it's probably not the best bet. What do I think about GraphQL? I guess it's good. Native makes the most. What? You were quitting native? Native makes the most because the same reason Rails makes the most. Because no one wants to do it because it's going away. So you make the most right now until that disappears. Also, making the most doesn't directly correlate with happiness. Did I make any progress in high school? I didn't know how to code in high school. Do you have a money back guarantee for your resume template? Now, how fair is that? It's not my job if you suck at interviewing, right? I can't guarantee you get a job if you buy the resume template. If you suck at interviewing and you suck at code tests, it's unrelated. It's just a piece of the puzzle. Also, no, because you already get the digital product. This is the main reason why there's no refunds or guarantees on it, because you already have the digital product. You'd be like, this isn't what I expected. I want a refund. It doesn't matter. I can't take the product back from you. You've already seen it. You already have the knowledge. You could have copied and pasted it and sent it to 500 other people, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you're saying you want your money back? Okay. Do I really trust you? No. Time to go study physics. Later, dude. Peace out. My resume. Jaden. What up, fam? Got you confirmed. Talking about React Native or native as in, I'm talking about native as in like iOS, Swift, Java, Kotlin, that stuff. That makes the most. But progressive web apps are going that way. Yeah, Todd knows what's up. Yeah, you make a bunch of money. I wish everyone could just make a bunch of money and realize you still got to show up for a job you probably don't like, and you have no time to spend the money. You have enough money to buy a nice car that you only drive to and from work because you're too tired when you get home and on the weekends to do anything else to actually enjoy it. Like, I wish everyone could experience this of having a bunch of money but still not being fulfilled, because yeah, it takes care of your necessities. When you don't have money, money is everything. But when you have money, money is not everything. Then you start to wonder what your purpose is. You just turn into this grind. You start finding ways to spend money on things you don't really need because you don't even have time to use it. Just, I don't know. People become house broke a lot. There's also lifestyle creep, which is pretty common, especially in the U.S. You make more, you spend more. People make a bunch of money, but they spend it on this nice, expensive house they only spend 2 days a week on. Like when they're at home on the weekends, they buy a nice car, which they don't use. I don't know. How long did it take you to get a job after boot camp? 3 weeks. Daniel, so here, dude, what's up? More money, more problems. That's why if you, I don't know. I don't know if you guys watch Gary Vee a lot, but like that's why he says there's this one dude I was watching a video I was watching a video from Gary Vee yesterday where this guy is like, you guys are making $75,000 a month on your business. Where's that money going? Is it going back into the business? Because why aren't you paying someone to do X, Y, and Z, like their marketing stuff? And he's like, well, you know, we have this Facebook message. He just like swerved the question. And then Gary Vee's like, no. He's like, do you guys want to be a moment or do you guys want to be a business? And I was like, that's powerful stuff. So, I don't know. That's why most businesses pay themselves very, very little, just enough to get by and take everything and put it back. Do you want something long lasting or you just want to be a blip on the radar? Take your money, go, and then you get a nice moment in time, you get your 15, then you start going backwards. What boot camp did you go to? I don't want to talk about it. Do you think you will become a materialistic person once you start moving up? No, I've never been that way. I'm not a materialistic person. I have like internal that I deal with, not external shit doesn't make me happy. Just found the channel. You're taking web dev bootcamp right now at night. Nice, dude. Congrats. Is experience better than a degree? Yup. How many girlfriends do you have at the moment? I don't know, like 3 or 4. I'm just kidding. I have one girlfriend, and I have one girlfriend. That's, you know, and then she was with me when I had my mechanical engineering job. She's with me when I left my mechanical engineering job. She watched me go to code boot camp. She watched me struggle to find a job. She watched me struggle to code. She watched me get laid off from like 4 jobs while we lived together. I'm like, we're gonna have to move into your mom's house probably because I'm gonna be homeless in like a week. And she's like, you can't do that because they're not gonna let you move in. And I was like, we've been together for like 3.5 years. She's like, yeah, they're not gonna let you move in because we're not married. I was like, well, I'm not getting married. She's like, well, then you can't move in. And so I was like, all right. But she's just like been there the whole time, so I know she's not there for the money. It's not like I'm getting married anyways, but any info about coding dojo? Sounds like a keeper. There's a lot of keepers out there. How does one get a job? Mike, this is what you do. You do an interview. What did you say? What did you say, Mike? I forget. Mike, you know what we should do tomorrow? We should do a live stream, you and me. It's as a precursor to the video when it launches. So like Mike's video launches right after this. That'd be good. Do you have any post-secondary education besides? Yeah, I have a mechanical engineering degree. I don't know anything about Coding Dojo. I know they sponsor some channels, but they're not going to sponsor mine, right? Because I'm like, what up, Lambda School? It'd be weird if I was like, what up, Coding Dojo? What up, Lambda School? What up, you? Like, I don't care, right? I'll work with anyone. I'm not like, huh. No, I take that back. Trilogy, come at me. Pay me 500K. I might put your logo on my screen again. What was the youngest age of a software dev you've ever seen? Relates to me because you're young and curious. I don't know if Alan's here. Alan probably bounced, but Alan was 18 when he got a job. Obviously, you encourage freedom and entrepreneurship, but on the other hand, you help people with resumes and interviews. Isn't that kind of contradictory, right? I've struggled with this myself, but I've recently come to some answers for that question because I ask myself that quite a lot, and you're not the first one to ask, right? To be an entrepreneur, you have to do the one thing you don't want to do. You got to work for someone else. You got to put in your time. You got to get that experience. Because other than that, you're going to end up as an MLM marketer. You're going to be selling Vima drinks and Herbalife and a bunch of other bullshit because you think that you're an entrepreneur selling MLM projects. If you want to be your own boss, come work for me. Like, I get it, right? But you got to figure out, you got to work. You got to figure out the problems in that thing that you're doing if you want. And then you convert that to entrepreneurship and you take those skills and figure out how to develop value for yourself. I would say everyone should eventually try to be entrepreneur and do it themselves. Just to see what that's like. Just to know that it doesn't matter. No one can take your value from you. They have to say that you can't do it, not even part-time. Thinkful's alright then. I think it's pretty flexible. You're going to full stack boot camp next month. How did you feel when you first started? Was it tough? I did terrible. CodePen looks okay. Style's a little weird. Free enrollments ends in 3 days. Is this dynamic? You got a lot of JavaScript in here. Don't know why. You're using a lot of vanilla JavaScript. Document.get element by ID. It's okay. Do you watch Ty Lopez? I mean, everyone has seen him. How can you not watch Ty Lopez? He like owns YouTube ad space, or he did in like 2015. What about just getting mentorship? You offer that? I do. But I'm very cautious in selling my time. Some people don't show up. Some people blame me because they don't want to put in the work. Some people have gotten jobs from it. But I'm very, like, I'll put in my time if you put in your time. Don't come to me just because I'm a YouTuber and expect that I'm going to give you a job. It's not how this shit works. Do you think it takes a lot of your personal time to be a successful dev? It takes a lot of your personal time to be successful at anything. Ty Lopez occasionally says real things. He's good about reading books and stuff, but he knows he's a meme at this point, so he embraces the meme to get more marketing dollars. Mom says, hi, Josh. What up, Mrs. Thompson? How you doing? How's the grandkids? Advice about learning iOS. Who is Ty Lopez? Oh no! Look what you've done! Don't give him traffic. He sells real estate courses, but he couldn't even answer basic real estate questions. Like one of his viewers called him, and they were like, they asked him about like how to calculate certain real estate terms, and he didn't know. Because he doesn't make the courses. He just puts his name on it, and his friends make the courses. Like, it's a smart move, right? Makes a lot of money, but like... Mike, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Just email me. Email me if you are down. Like Daniel, I don't know if he's here, but I'm mentoring Daniel. A couple other people. Craig was here, mentoring him. Oh, someone asked me what would I pick? You learn 3 stacks. That's fast paced. Oh, that's not my question. What do you prefer as your first job? A startup kind of job or corporate? I'm more of the person of I want to learn how to do a little bit of everything, and then I'll pay some guy pennies on the dollar to do the one thing really good that I don't want to spend my time doing, because I run the company and you make this little tiny piece, and I'm going to pay you 25 cents on the dollar. Every 25 cents you get, I'll get 75 cents, and yeah, I'll sell my company and walk away with $1 million, and sorry you lost a job, but that sucks, right? Because that's life. So I'm more in the aspect of startups, so I can meet with the CEO, the CTO, I can meet with marketing, I can meet with product managers, I can meet with design, I can pick all their brains and learn how to do all this shit. And then I'll just pay some dude super cheap to do all the hard stuff. But I already know how to do the hard stuff, so now I got this upper edge. That's just how I've always been. I've always been jack of all trades. Jack of all trades, master of none. But master of none gets you paid a lot of money in certain jobs, but I'm not out to have a job. Any motivation? Dan, you want some motivational books? Yeah, I got you, fam. Hold on. Hold on. When Josh changed voice, priceless. I get serious. I get serious about the stuff I'm passionate about, like self-sufficiency, motivation, mindset. It's all mental. Hold on, I got you, Daniel. War of Art is good. Probably, Relentless by Tim Grover, Michael Jordan's trainer, is pretty good. Millionaire Fastlane is good. It's not a how-to book. It's not how-to. It's just titled that way for clickbait. The Compound Effect is good. Living with a Seal, 31 Days of Living with David Goggins. Oof. Do listen to that. That's a good book. How old are you? I'm 28. Did you work in Google? I'm the CEO of Google. How you not know? Respect for keeping it real. Carlos, I don't know how else to do it, dude. People say I'm cynical. I just say I'm a realist. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, everything's happy rainbow gumdrops if you just smile and think positive thoughts. Oh, The Subtle Art by Mark Manson. It's okay. It's a little bit obnoxious, but it's good. Taylor, these headphones. Also, I heard your 6x6. That was good too. Are you playing Dota, Taylor? Guys, if you don't know Meta Taylor, go subscribe to his channel. He's the next MKBHD. He does tech reviews. He's also 25 years old and a CTO of a multi-million-dollar company. So he knows he's a good dev. So if Taylor, you should get in the stream one day. We should do a live stream where people can ask you questions. 25 years old, CTO of multi-million-dollar company, profit sharing, well into the 6 figures. He's a better dev than me. You know Rocket Sling? You guys know that app that I built called Rocket Sling? It wasn't, I can't say I built, right? Because Taylor helped build that. He made the singleton for the levels, specifically. Who's a good dev? Meta Taylor in the chat. CTO, multi-million-dollar company, 6-figure salary. He worked his way up to CTO. 25. Incredible. When's your next plan for an interview call? Whenever I do interview videos, people Google my name now. Or whenever I do an interview, people Google my name. And they say, like... well, they Google my name and they're like, yeah, this guy's messing with us. Once you get your new web series up, gotta do a big push once you make it. Gotta get some script for it. Oh, wrote some script? Nice, dude. What else? What did I miss? You should market with Here My Garage, show Ferrari, say knowledge more valuable than the car, rent a car, house. Dude, I should do that. That's what he does, right? You're so used to vanilla, use element ID for every variable. Don't do that, dude. That's just old. I mean, it's fine, but it's old. It's not practical. Applying to jobs in NYC, your bootcamp taught individual. How do you increase the amount of replies you're getting from companies for front-end positions? Not getting much. Is Indeed legit? Indeed is legit. Probably just try Stack Overflow. That'd be better. Buy my resume and cover letter, and you'll get results. I mean, not to saying to like to do that, but what does that look like? But I mean, you can if you want. But what else? Yeah, Indeed is pretty good. How many hours will it take to learn a single JavaScript? Oof, bro, perfect question. How long does it take to learn a JavaScript? Well, let me get at you, right? 3,642 hours, okay? If you can't do it in at least 20 hours, you got no shot. Huh, Josh. Oh, hold on, Taylor, I'll ask you. Taylor has so little subscribers because Taylor is a very fickle person. He gets very obsessive over things and does that thing to the max till he burns out like a star and then waits and comes back and does it again. Sundar Pichai is COE of Google. I don't know if you guys know, but that's actually my middle name, but I just don't want people to know. Mike the MVP. Shilling for me. A series video on preparing technical interviews could be interesting. I've done that. I just feel like it's just not as authentic. Just not like, that's why I like to do the real stuff. I can tell you guys what to do, but all right. Hit me with this. The video that you're most proud of from 2018. I really like that Barry Allen Flash video I did. I spent like a day and a half on those Flash effects, and I learned a whole bunch about After Effects. That's what I'm most proud of. That's not the most watched, but damn it, do those effects look good. Can you send the portfolio? Just some, yeah, dude, do it up. I don't know. I'm not really proud of any of the stuff that I make. I just feel like it's all garbage, and I just try to make another video that does better than the previous garbage that I produced. But everyone's like, great work! And I'm like, this is garbage. Do you ever watch Stefan Mischuk? Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. He's okay. What does he do? Let me see some special effects. The one that you cross-shared on Instagram, you got a link? It's the one... It's the one for like, I don't know. It's like 3 days ago. What is the difference between C and Objective-C? C is low-level programming language. Objective-C is what is used on Apple devices. That's the best it's the best I got. Thanks for reminding me. Someone sent me an email. The resume review. I have to respond to that. All right, what'd I miss? Patrick, I'm not a real programmer. If I can't do it, I know, right? You know, YouTube, what is it? Do you know a YouTube channel called Nelson Quest? I do not. Are you still doing resume reviews on the streams? I don't think I've ever done resume reviews on the streams because I think that's difficult, right? Because if someone forgets to take off their phone number or their address or some personal stuff, I don't want to dox them on a stream because it's live and I have to take time to blur that out. And I could do that on a stream, but I would be focusing on that and not the chat. What do I think about Codecademy? Do it up. Then Swift and Objective-C are used in iOS apps? I don't really know. I'm not a mobile dev, but I know Swift is used. Peace out, see Josh. Bye, Taylor. Do it up, word up. I mean, Codecademy's fine. Where to learn data structures and algorithms? Free Code Camp has a section there. There's a whole bunch of places. Interview Cake is good. Do companies actually read cover letters? You've heard mixed things because companies are different. Smaller companies will probably read it to get a culture fit. Larger companies for, like, all right, what did you say? Spectator? All right, so this is how it works. If you ever apply to a job that's like, position closes January 31st, 2019, right? That company is going to have like 4,000 applicants, and then they're just going to review right after that deadline. They're not reviewing them as they come. Or maybe they are, but probably not. There's just applications closed 2019, whatever, right? They're probably not reading cover letters because they're just gonna batch all those resumes and stuff through their automated processor, and they're just gonna see what comes out matches the best. But if you're applying to a smaller company, I bet they read it. What's your ideal OS? Windows is fine. Have you ever had an app idea so big it blew your mind and you had to build it? Yes. It was with cryptocurrency and blockchain. And I sat down with a venture capitalist and I asked him for a couple $1,000,000 and he told me no. I set up a meeting with a venture capitalist, well known, has invested in a lot of companies already. And I sat him down, bought him a coffee, and I pitched him my idea as a startup. And Taylor was there and Katie was, well, yeah, Taylor and Katie were there and we had meetings every week and we were going to build it. And then he told us no, and I was like, so I try to do that, right? I've been declined. I've tried to do this entrepreneurship thing many times and been declined. I should talk about that more. MS in software engineering in Canada or hunt a job here in India. Why is that 2 choices? There's always a third choice. There's always a third choice. What are the top fields for software engineering? Top fields for software engineering is software engineering. Do you invest in crypto? I don't want to talk about it. What if you just built it? The problem was having the time to build it. I mean, I did. I built some of it. We built some of it out. Taylor built the back end out. I built the front end out. Katie did some designs. And then we just kind of died. Yeah, that's a yes. We all know that's a yes, so you don't want to talk about it. I bought 1 Ethereum at $1,400, and I think Ethereum's like 90 bucks now. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. If you don't have a PhD, VCs won't care. That's not true. That's not true at all. VCs don't care about your education. They just care about your desire to build quality products. Actually, what is this? Who is this? Jen? Jen is a glorified Googler, and she just slid in the DMs on Instagram. What up, Jen? I guess. Jen, you just sent me a picture of you watching my live stream on Instagram into my DMs, so you've officially slid into my DMs. What up? Any books you recommend for learning JavaScript? Yes, 6+. Not off the top of my head. Maybe Eloquent JavaScript. I don't know if ES6+. I wish I had an answer, Ryan. I don't know. Do you play Fortnite? I don't have time to play Fortnite. I try. I play PUBG on my iPad. That's fun. No third choice, man. Either stay here or go. You're just not thinking hard enough. Don't give me that. No third choice. You just haven't thought about it yet. Tell us how you avoid burnout. I take breaks when I need to. Robert Lean, there is this classic phrase, CTFO before you BTFO, right? So chill out before you burn out. And no one's going to tell you to take a break. You just have to gauge yourself. Like, I don't ever think I'll make a video that's like, guys, I'm just been depressed lately and I'm just not myself and I've just burnt out of just like, don't give me that shit. He's not working hard enough. How do you get laid as a, I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily like contained to being a dev. Maybe you should ask yourself that question and remove the dev. How does your resume review service work? You may be interested. All right, you send me your resume, portfolio. I send you my resume, portfolio. I review your resume, portfolio. In addition to that, that's how it works. You saw that vid, the burnout shot was too funny. Oh, I'm so burnt out, guys. I'm just not creative, and I haven't been myself lately. Nah, you're just a little bitch. What are those headsets? This is Corsair. Where do you send it to? On Patreon. LOL, ignorant about mental health? No, that's not true. I just know how to handle it. There's a lot of people, I just don't know how to handle it. People are just mad because they want to play the victim. No one cares about how you feel. No one cares about your problems. No one cares about your complaints. No one cares about you being the victim. No one cares. That's just it. I'm not saying that it's not a real thing. I'm just saying deal with it. You gotta chill out before you burn out. Gauge yourself. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a master at it. That's just the reality of life. I just try to keep it real. I don't know. Like when you complain to someone, no one. It's nice to be a good listener and give them a pat on the back, but at the end of the day, they have to help themselves. People like to see people help themselves. You're excited about how you're reviewing the resume because it's your first. Have a great one. All right, later, dude. How do you escape tutorial purgatory? Apply to jobs and get rejected, and then realize your projects that you made in the tutorial aren't good enough, and then do it again until you get a good response. Yeah, Michael, you get so good at burning out and recovering that it's not even a thing. Maybe you burn out for a little bit, but you know how to handle it, and then you come back. The third choice is stay here for 1 year, then go to the EU. Can you put projects you're currently working on your resume, or is that taboo? Yeah, dude, put it on there. Just be prepared to defend it. Is it true you applied to 200 jobs before you got your first? The first job I probably applied to like 19, and I got my first job. Do I ever do tutorials? Do you want to see tutorials by Josh? I can do tutorials by Josh if that's what you guys want, but I feel like it's a very saturated space. I'm going to show you how to make a React app. Alright guys, let's npm install, npm run. Alright, this is your React boilerplate. Alright, now this is a component, and this is the life cycle, like, I don't know. How do you come back stronger from a burnout? I mean, you what do you mean how? You just do. I don't know how to explain how. I mean, you push yourself to uncomfortable limits, and by default, you usually get stronger. You have to develop a mindset for it. Like, how do I stop eating sugar? Go watch this video by Jocko, and then you'd be good. I played this on stream once, but it got demonetized for it because it has a song in the video that's not mine. So I'm gonna copy the link and I'm gonna paste it in chat. If you want to know how to deal with stuff when stuff's going wrong, watch that video. If you already know the topic and not explaining every detail except the main, you want like an advanced tutorial? That's not even close to my niche. My niche is for people getting into the industry. I would just be so counterintuitive to everything that I talk about. Like, oh, by the way, here's how you make your very first project. Oh, by the way, this tutorial that I'm doing is the most advanced thing that's like on page 34 of Stack Overflow. Very arbitrary, very irrelevant, except to the 2 people that want to see it. But here you go, guys. Like, what? Can you live stream your coding so we can see your thought process? It's okay. I've talked about this before, but live stream coding is very difficult because people either know what you're coding or they have no idea what you're coding. If they come in when you're stuck, it looks like you're just staring at the screen and they get bored and they're like, what the hell is this guy doing? And so people leave. What'd I miss? I didn't miss anything? What would you do if not coding? I would do what I do anyways, which is make videos and create content and try to help people, create value for other people, help them land their jobs. Oh no, buffer.